Welcome back, Shop Rats. Today we're back on the 26 Oakland, and we're going to continue moving forward here on the cooling system. We're going to come up with a game plan. Well, we got the radiator fixed. We just got stuff, is what I'm trying to say. So stick around, don't go away. Dad will be here in a little bit, and we'll get after it.
This is My Cars Shop.
Okay, so we're going to try to press this water pump apart and see if we can determine its condition. We're lucky. Very good. Okay, good. Don't use this very often, but it's super handy when you need it. Exactly where that thing's going to go, so let's put some soft stuff to catch it. Am I in? Yeah, okay. That's not good. Okay, that's not what I expected to happen. What's going on? Maybe it was. That's probably what I need to do. There may be another flange in there I'm not aware of, so I'm going to try to press the pulley off the shaft before we try pressing the shaft out. That's what I was trying to not do. Didn't hurt anything. We're good. Okay, I think we need to take our nut off here so we can see what we're dealing with in here. Interesting, there was a key on there. I don't know why that. I suppose that would be keyed so that it doesn't slip on the shaft. Makes sense. Okay, let's pull this apart. I think what's going on is the key hit down here, and that's why it wouldn't press back the rest of the way. We don't want to lose that thing. Okay, we got that out of there finally. I just had to rock it and roll it out. So. Very good. All right. So we got our bushing here and our bushing there, and this would be, these bushings would need to be machined and new ones pushed in and reamed if we were going to be replacing that. We're not today. We're going to get this packing done, and I want to get this rotor cleaned up and get this surface cleaned up so that we have a good mating surface so we don't have cavitation on the pump. Okay, let's take our seal retainer or our packing retainer out. That would be why it leaks. Packing in there is hard as a stick. Okay, let's see if we can get that out of there. Okay, it's got a washer, sort of, and then the packing material itself. So we can use, I think we can just get regular kitchen faucet packing to use in that, and that should work. So. All right, let's, I think we'll throw this in the sandblast cabinet and get that cleaned up. And we will probably have to sand this clean here just to try to get that. We want that to be a nice, smooth surface as much as possible. So. So we took a trip to town and got a bunch of bronze bushings and shims and stuff. Our shaft is worn pretty good here, so we're going to be getting another water pump from Wayne, and we will rebuild that one 100% perfectly. But this one for now, we went through and spent 2.6 hours while Dad was smashing my fingers with hammers. I stuck my finger where he was hitting. It wasn't his fault. I don't want to hear the glove comments, so just knock that off too. Got the stack up, so we picked the thickness for down here, and then we did a stack up of 3 up here to get it. So we have about 20 to 30 thousandths play in this. So our next step now is to put this together. Probably don't need to grease that inner one because it's in the antifreeze, but we need to get the packing, which we purchased, and we decided to get the Teflon packing. So we need to put that on there, which means that this nut needs to go in here like so. This is just a faucet packing, actually. Probably should get that nut in there eventually here. Did I say this was Teflon? I'm sorry, this is graphite, not Teflon. It's a good thing I grew up with a professional photographer for a dad. I'm used to having a camera in my face.
You thought those days were over.
I thought so, yeah. I thought when you went into ministry that the days of the camera, the big one-eyed dad was gone. I know it's going to squish and get tight, but I still feel like it needs to have some good tension on it. There we go.
Does this have to be on there?
Eventually, yes.
Oh, okay.
Right now, it would just be in my way. Oh, you're fun. Yeah, it's all unfreeing.
With that this way, can you stuff that stuff up inside there?
I wondered about that too. All the professional plumbers on the channel are laughing at me. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's working. Okay, very good. Yeah. Still may have too much, but we'll see. Yeah, it's going. Very good. Now, make sure we're not missing any shims or anything. Okay, it's squishing out some of our graphite, so very good. Let's get our shim pack on there, grease this up, and clean this up a little bit, and we'll get her together. Okay, we got some grease in our shim pack here. Now I can't tell where my mark is. There it is. Okay, good. Oh, we need to put that. Need to put that key in there, wherever that is. There it is. That'll guarantee we go together properly. Oh yeah, with the grease in there, that's nice and tight now. So
Okay, good.
yep, very good. Okay, so let's get our drift pin in. Hopefully. We'll leave that for now in case we need to take it apart again, but I think we're good. We should have done this the old school rule way, put a nail through there and bent it over.
Oh,
Square cut,
Oops.
that's about the right size. And the simplest way to do that is just take a hammer. Oops. You want to be sure you get it enough, because you'll never get it lined back up if you take it off. Make sure our bolt holes are wherever they are, right there. Okay, we have a gasket. All we got to do is cut it out. We're going to go ahead and get our holes punched. I just use a socket, line it up over the bolt hole. Try not to pinch my finger. And to get all those nice little cardboard pieces up in your socket, you forget to take them out, then you have something to cuss about when you go to use your socket that won't go on anything. So just like that, we have a gasket. Old school way to do it, and it's done. So people say you can get punches and stuff. Why? I've got a whole set of sockets that work just fine for punching gasket holes. All right, I'm going to get the block cleaned up on the motor, and then we'll get this water pump motor back on. So Dad's digging out the bolts that we need for the water pump.
Oh, let's see. Does that look like him?
Nope, too big. Yep, should be 3 of those. Those are the fan bolts, actually. Maybe those other ones are the ones. I should just dump them all out now. Must be those. Is there 3 of those? Yep, okay, those are the ones. Okay, so this is like the way I do it. I don't know how it's supposed to be, but you take these caps and you throw them on the floor, and then you get all kinds of dirt in your grease. You fill the cap full of grease and you fill your thing there full of grease, and then you put this cap on there and you just give it a turn, and it pushes grease down into to that bushing. So you've got a bunch of turns you can go to get grease down into your bushing on that water pump. Just literally the air pressure pushes it down in. So you can feel now as I spin that, it's much tighter because the grease is working its way down in. So there we go. It's greased. All back together again. Spins nicely. We decided not to go with a roll pin and just went with a cotter pin on that. That's just to keep that pulley from moving back and forth. And we got a nice end play now where we used to have massive amounts. So the next step is to get the belt and the bottom pulley put back together again, and we should be good to go. This is a 2-piece pulley, and so we got to put the pulley back together again and then get the belt on there. So is there a right way and a wrong way to do this? Probably. But we're going to do it this way. I don't have that quite tight yet. See the grease coming out of there now from me squeezing that. Don't touch the plug wires, you'll get that. Bumped it with my wrist. But you can see the grease squeezing back out of there.
Yeah, coming along the shaft.
Yep. So that tells you we got plenty of grease in there.
Okay, good. Sam's got a little bit of wobble to it.
Yeah, it all does. Hopefully those bolts aren't going to be a problem. They're not. Okay, good. Yours go in.
I think so.
Okay, we got one problem. Oh, we got to compress that spring thing.
Okay.
Oh, that would work. 100%. I don't know why I can't get it in there though. It's caught on the right here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Same thing on this side. Yes.
Almost.
Okay. Well, we're trying to sneak past our headlights. There we go. We're in. You can let go.
Okay, so we get my head out of there.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that because the shroud is bent, and we just had to pop it to clear these two little nubs. So,
Oh, okay.
okay. So our next step now that we want to do is we need to get the water neck in up here, where we're going to run that heater temperature gauge. So this adapter here that we bought, we need to figure out exactly where we're going to put this in.
All right. We don't want to put this on
Not yet, because we got to pull that on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see. Yep. You're right.
I'm thinking as close as possible down here.
And these go on the bottom then, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, taping those bolts was the way to go. That really made a big difference.
That's slick.
Okay, so if we put this like in here, I'm guessing. So if we have enough clearance from where that goes on. Yep, which it ends right. Well, hopefully we did everything right. I don't see anything leaking on the ground yet. Radiator's in. Radiator's repaired. It was the bottom nut where the petcock goes in. That was the problem. Got the petcock closed back here. We got our temperature gauge in. We'll show you that install in a minute. That's just going through the fun of watering the flowers. Whew. I'm tired.
It's been an active project here.
Yes. Well, just putting that gauge in was a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be easy to put two screws in the bottom of a dash, but when you are trying to do that in something the size of a child's coffin, it's there's not much room in that. You know, if that seat would move back, you'd have the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
But so far, so good. We're just going to run some water in it for now. And I think our next session we'll do, we'll actually acid flush the system and so forth.
How many gallons does this take? Not
2.
that much.
Yep, about 2. Everything's looking good. No leaks. Our water pump isn't leaking that I can see. We did something right. I think the quickest way to test this is if we're dry.
Yep. Road test.
What's that?
Road test.
Exactly. Well, it's all back together again. We just got to put the hood on. Next session, we're going to probably do another oil change and try to up the oil. We're losing some oil pressure as it's warming up. Temperature looks really good. It's not getting any higher than, what did we say, 150? Not even 160 maybe at the hottest. So that's good. But we're using a STP straight weight 30. So we're going to see I'm going to reach out to Bob Drake and see what they have for a good straight weight 40 non-detergent. That may help some. I think the oil temperature is getting up. It's not terrible, and that's causing that oil pressure to drop. It's not out of spec, but it didn't used to do that, so of course it's got my attention. I'm sure things are just settling in, but let's show you the temperature gauge install, what that looks like, and then we'll get things, moving forward here. So we put a union in the hose, and that's where our capillary type gauge goes. And then we ran it through a hole in the firewall, and then we got a really cool temperature gauge mounted right there. You can see it right there. So yeah, it was getting up around 160, which is plenty cool. That was not a problem at all. So between the race shifting knob and the racing gauges, we're probably going to have to be buying back tires a lot for this car. That's some good progress on that. So we're happy, and Dad hit it home. I got to go get some lunch because it's 5 o'clock, and I try to eat lunch at 5 o'clock. Beck's gone for the day, and plenty of things to do, but as far as we're going on this one today. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, don't forget, in a very ragtime kind of way,